Welcome back to Junket Jam Live, the only show where the host is continually asked, are you a man or a woman? My next amazingly talented comedic guest is literally the talk of the town. She has been written up and featured in the New York Post and Time Out New York. She has appeared on MTV and has been featured in the New York Indie Film Fest, Long Island Film Festival, and National Geographic. She has performed at the New York Comedy Festival, Caroline's March Madness, Boston's March Madness, New York's She-Devil Comedy Festival, the Harlem Comedy Festival, and the Pitts Sketch Festival. There's nowhere you can't find her. Let us welcome stand-up comedian, improviser, writer, and actress, Camille Theobald. Hey, Camille.
Hi.
Thank you so very much for joining me on Junket Jam Live.
You're welcome.
I love it how you look like you've decided to purposely match furniture.
Yes, that's my job is to just
Blend in. As much as you try to blend in, I don't think you can.
Oh no.
You're just that type of person. Now, you're obviously have accomplished a lot so far in your comedy career. How long have you been on stage?
Well, I've been doing stand-up 8.5 years, almost
8.5 years.
9.
We're getting
coming
there.
on.
Now, you have a motto,
Yes.
for lack of a better word, healing the world one joke at a time.
Yeah.
Tell me what that is supposed to mean. You hippie bitch.
No. I think that the best way to heal your traumas, pain, is laughing.
Laughter.
Laughing at it.
Yeah.
Whether you know, people aren't always able to laugh at something traumatic right away, but eventually, when you're able to talk about it and be real about it.
In stand-up, we talk about vulnerability, and by the time we're on stage, obviously we're giving everything we got, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have to consciously decide you're gonna be vulnerable? Was that like a process for you before it became innate?
When I first started comedy, I was so excited about making fun of my messed up family. But it was a couple years before I was willing to make fun of myself. And now it is more innate, or more like, you know,
Conditioned,
it just
so to
happens.
speak, yeah.
And sometimes through writing jokes, I realize things about myself. It's
Yes.
like therapy.
You didn't always know you were going to be a comedian, right?
No.
You were once a dancer. You were part of a dance team, Rocky Mountain Rockettes.
Yes. Oh my God, where did you find that out? Yeah, I was in high school. I was in a competition dance team. I thought I was gonna be the next
Lakers girl.
J-Lo.
Well, Rockettes, I guess.
J-Lo was
J-Lo.
or like Britney Spears. That was the plan. Like dance, get really good at dancing, and then become a pop star.
Yes. Now you come from a musical family.
Yeah, my dad plays guitar. My grandma always played ukulele, and like we would all sing around the campfire every summer as a family. And my dad was a really good performer, but then, you know, he got his girlfriend pregnant.
Well, it's you.
Actually, it wasn't me.
Oh,
But,
well, the
that
others.
was my big sister. And so he, you know, became an engineer.
Okay.
He was just a good dad, basically.
Good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that always made me kind of sad that he has like a great voice and he's really musically talented. And I was like,
But
I'm gonna do it, Dad.
But
I'll
do you
do it.
feel like now that you're an adult who's an artist, do you feel like it's worked backwards? Have you been able to influence him so that he could become a musician again or whatever it is?
He still plays,
Yeah.
and he's always sending me jokes.
I got a good one. Try this.
But they're always dirty. I'm like, come on, Dad. But that's clearly shows where I got my humor. So.
I have a photo, if you will.
Okay.
Now this is you. Now I want to say Keith Urban,
yeah,
but I feel
Keith
like he
Urban.
looks like a woman here. So who's that lady you're with?
The very beautiful Keith Urban.
The very beautiful Keith Urban.
Yeah, he is so nice and definitely wears lots of makeup. And
Well, I mean, he's a performer. He
He's a
always
performer
has to
on
be in front
camera.
of the camera.
yeah.
So tell us about this photo.
So I did this like series. He came up with a whole guitar program where you like watch these DVDs and do.
All right, so he teaches you how
He teaches you guitar.
Here's a pro.
Yeah.
Who else?
Amazing. I did the whole DVD thing, and they had us send in videos of every time we learned a new song. We had to send a video like, this is what I learned.
Oh, so you did the program.
This was fun. Yeah, we did the program.
You were Keith Urban's guinea pig, guitar
Yes,
guinea pig.
exactly. So like guinea pig, and then you send your song and you say what you think about it. And then at the end, they were like, we'd love to have you like come and play in the studio and just get like a in-person testimony about it. And I was like, okay, cool.
Well, obviously that's an honor, one, to be
Yeah.
working with such a talent.
Yeah.
But it's also a testament to already your musicianship that you were selected for this.
Yeah. I mean, they wanted like beginners-ish or intermediate, and like I was so inconsistent with my guitar playing that.
Yeah, right.
I was like, yeah,
it's
basically a beginner.
constant practice.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it was a lot of fun. I didn't know he would be there. So, but they did it as a surprise. Like I was playing, and all of a sudden I see someone in the corner. I'm like, who's in my shot? And I look over.
Who's this dick in my way?
Yeah. And it was Keith Urban, and I was like, holy shit!
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Yeah.
Breaks the guitar.
He starts laughing, everyone's laughing, and I was like,
Well, I guess that's what they wanted.
yeah. I don't think they knew I would swear, but it was so fun. And then we played together.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I read in an interview, this is one of your, from your own words,
Ooh.
that you recently had insecurity creep in to you as a performer.
Mhm.
And you constantly had to tell yourself, you know, or where you were constantly telling yourself at one point that you weren't funny enough.
Yeah.
Which we all
I think
have
we
that
all
battle,
have that.
right?
Yeah. Like when young artists start going to school, performing arts school or wherever, start studying or auditioning, they're constantly thinking like, oh my gosh, what do they want me to do? What do they want me to say? How can I change myself so that they'll like me? And I was like that.
Well, we're all
like
fine.
25,
We're
you
all
know?
fine and dandy until
Yeah.
we start learning everything we don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you find that like, oh no, people like it when you are yourself. Your weirdo
Yes.
self. Like that's who is getting far in the world. That's who is inspiring people. And it took me a while to see like, oh, I need to stop trying to please people.
Yes. I mean, okay, so now your
yeah.
story, you came from Salt Lake City,
yeah,
Utah,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
When you were 13, you decided to move to Colorado to be with your father.
Yeah.
Why?
My mom is an alcoholic.
Okay, losing it up. So, but now you had the courage then to take yourself out of that situation. Not many years later, you're 18.
Yeah.
You decide, you know what, I'm gonna move to New York City.
Yeah.
You apply to the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, that's where you studied musical theater.
Yeah.
You're a white girl from Utah who did all these courageous things.
They just
What
seem-
happened that you lost all that courage?
When you're younger, I think you're just so ambitious and so like,
Yeah.
I am unbreakable, you know? And then you get to where you've been trying to get to and you're like, oh shit, like, just like being a perfect person is not possible. I think for me, coming to New York was escaping like fate, is escaping a bad future. Just like the thing that was pushing me the most, and this might be sad to people, but to me it was very inspiring. Do not become mom.
Yeah.
Do
right.
not be your mother. And so
You can
yeah.
use it one way or the other for you as a motivator.
Yeah. And so I was just like, I gotta get the hell out of here. And my sister moved to New York, so I was like, hey, can I come move with you?
Yes.
And I just made it
So
happen.
but now you got going, you started your career as an actress, as a comedian, as an overall performer. Why do you feel like it is so easy, at whatever point, for artists to get to ensnare themselves in self-doubt?
I think it's social media was a huge factor.
Okay. Facebook, at that time,
Instagram,
MySpace.
yeah. Just comparing myself to others. Just like, hey, I've been doing it just as long as she has. I've done all of those shows too. How come she's got this and I don't? And that's when you really screw your head up.
Yeah.
Because everyone has their own path. Everyone's gonna get things in different ways.
So how did you get to a place where you've accepted, this is
where I've
my
accepted,
own
yeah.
journey? What was the most helpful for you to recover from your insecurities?
I had to step back. I had to take a little bit of time off, and I started meditating. I go to Kundalini yoga. I started studying Eckhart Tolle a lot, The Power of Now, A New Earth, where it's a lot about being in the present and recognizing your traumas and not identifying with your trauma.
I love it. You are such a white girl. I love it.
I don't know.
Well, listen, I mean, nothing has to keep you down.
Yeah.
Why? Why let it? It's part of your past. It's part of your experience. It's actually what's made you stronger.
Yeah.
And you use it to motivate you.
Yeah.
So, but now you finished a mini tour, a comedy tour
Yeah.
not too long ago. Tell us about that.
Yeah, last summer, I was kind of like coming out of that slump that I had, and I was like, I'm gonna prove myself that I can do this. And so I started emailing people that I wanted to headline. It all started because someone randomly messaged me from my website, hey, I'd love you to come headline at our country club. And I was like, what? Me? Why me? And then, you know.
Why not you?
And then I'm like, oh, I have been doing this for a long time. I mean, like, not as long as, like, Legends, obviously, but, like, a while. And I was like, yeah, why not me?
Yes.
And so that kind of inspired me. And I was like, if I could do there, I could do here. And I reached out to someone in Colorado that was in my tiny, tiny town, Durango, Colorado, where my dad lives. And they have a comedy theater there, and he was like, yeah, come do an hour. And I was like, how about 45 minutes? And so then that kind of
15
started.
minutes is a long time still.
I ended up doing an hour anyways.
I love it, yeah.
It took a while. Like, after that, I had a goal to work up to. And it was like, I gotta perfect this joke because it connects these two subjects and makes it an hour.
I scroll through your Instagram and like,
Thanks.
what am I doing with my life? Look at Camille go. Now, you consider yourself bisexual.
Yes.
Is your sexual identity a part of your act?
It's starting to be. I've become more comfortable with it. For a long time I didn't talk about it because I didn't like the label necessarily.
Right, it's just another, why do I want to know the label?
Yeah,
sure.
and then I'm like, am I queer or am I bisexual? I don't know. And then also I hadn't explored relationships with women much, so then I was like, well, if I'm gonna talk about it, I need to come from a place of experience.
That's funny.
You know?
I think yeah.
It's like,
I want some bisexual jokes. Let me go lick some pussy today.
yeah. It was confusing because I was like, well, I don't only like women, so I don't know what that means. Maybe just everyone finds women attractive? Yeah, that's what it is. Everyone finds women attractive.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone, thinks of a woman while they have sex with men. It was just like kind of exploring that and figuring out how to say it and saying it with knowledge and not just, hey, I think I like women. What do you guys
Which
think?
is okay too, right?
You know?
I mean, if that's
Yes,
where you
it's
are
okay.
in your life. Is this part of what you're exploring then in your act?
Right
when
now,
you talk about it?
Right now I'm more exploring just what it's been like to come out to my dad.
Oh,
I haven't come out to my mom yet. Hey, are you watching, Mom? No, she's not watching.
no one's watching.
No one's watching. Thank you. So just like that sort of thing, and then what like my friends have been like, because everyone wants to set you up with their girlfriend while they watch.
Oh, I like, yeah, that's
So-
fun too. Thank you, Camille, so very much. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are all going to be menage a trois in a game. That's what we're going to be doing. Hang out, guys. This is Junket Jam Live. Thank you.